Hello and a very good morning to you. This is Jason from the Weather Window. I'm just bringing you a quick update today because we've got potential for some snow. So I'm just going to focus in on that, on snow potential over the next couple of days. There's also potential for a more potent cold snap next week, which I'll briefly touch on. But really, I want to bring our attention to the possibility of a snow event on Wednesday and into Thursday for many parts of the country, in fact. So without further ado, let's do some screen sharing and we'll bring up the charts. I'll show you all the data here. So I'm going to begin today looking at Vetra Central. This is a metrogram for Glasgow, and just to point out, you can see there it's mild and wet today, dry and cold tomorrow, sunshine, but look at the snow symbols there for Wednesday and going into Thursday. So for this is for Glasgow, and if you look at the bars there, they're suggesting quite a lot of snow to fall. Also notice the wind direction. So we're westerly today, and later tomorrow when it gets cold, we go into southeasterly, and then we go into an east or northeasterly when we have that cold and snowy weather, possibly Wednesday into Thursday. And just a little look ahead, I promise you it's just a brief one. You can see there by next Wednesday, the temperatures are forecast to be, well, more or less solidly below zero for an entire week with northerly winds. And there are some snow symbols in there as well. So this is the potential for a northerly Arctic blast that may deliver us a beast from the east. But this is well into next week. It's a long way off. So we're not going to be too concerned about that. I might show you just another one though. I might show you the GEM. Just to show you what it's shown for Glasgow, and you can see again, wet today, sunny tomorrow, dry and cold, but snow coming in on Wednesday and into Thursday. So this is for Glasgow. Let me show you the wider snow charts. My last bit of data for you this morning. So what I'm going to do here is show you this particular one. This is from the GEM, as we've just looked at there. And you can see that today there's heavy snow in northern Scotland, and the Met Office have a weather warning issued for between 2 and 5 centimetres of snow in low-lying areas and above 10 centimetres of snow for the hills. So the purples there are denoting the heavier, more blizzard-like conditions. You can see the snow does sink towards the central belt overnight. I think southwestern Scotland's not going to have any snow. Coastal areas won't have snow away from the north and the northeast, but this is the division, if you like, between the mild air that we're in just now, or the less cold air, I should say, and the colder stuff that's coming down from the north. So that just pushes out the way. Tomorrow's pretty dry. Here's the band of rain coming in from the Atlantic. This is midnight on Wednesday, 3 in the morning, just coming into the southwest of Scotland. The red dot is the Glasgow area, and you can see that that snow pushes into Scotland very slowly. The weather front is stalling, but notice how the snow begins to expand and taking you, say, into 6 o'clock on Thursday morning. There's some really heavy snow there, forecast for the east of England, the northeast of England, southeast Scotland, central Scotland, the central belt and Grampian, right the way up to the north of Scotland. Well, those purple colours, as say, are indicative of about 10 centimetres of snow falling within a 3-hour period. And that snow just grows, doesn't it, into Thursday. The whole of Scotland's snowy, the whole of the northeast of England, and even the southeast of England snowy. The Midlands, Wales, and the southwest of England, it looks like it's going to be a rain event this week anyway, and it eventually just pushes all away. So it's looking really interesting, isn't it? I'll maybe show you another little chart, if I may, before we go, and maybe show you the icon model. The icon models, I think it's pretty good actually for picking up snow. Let's have a wee look. UK, and we'll put the precipitation type on, and we'll run this model through. You see the snow in northern Scotland this morning. It's making a little bit less of that. Oh, there we go. Heavy snow for northern Scotland tomorrow, and a clear day for most on Tuesday. We run the sequence on. Notice the band of blue, the rain coming in from the southwest as this bumps into the cold air once again. So this is 3 o'clock in Wednesday morning. quite consistent with the previous model there from the GEM, suggesting that snow is going to start to push into the southwest of Scotland and maybe the northwest of England, maybe the Midlands as well, by about 3 o'clock on Wednesday morning. And that snow only very slowly makes inwards. But that is suggesting a little bit more snow for the east of England, I would suggest, than the GEM. And as we run through, it just takes it out into the North Sea. So it's not predicting a huge snow event, the ICON model, but it's showing us certainly indications that we could have some snow. Should we look at one other model? Let's look if we look at the GFS model. So UK precipitation type, and we'll just run you through this. And this is the one that we most normally look at. So let's just bring us back to today, actually. You can see that snow in the north of Scotland today, because as I say, that's the boundary between the cold air, the clear air to the north there tomorrow morning, and the milder, wetter conditions to the south. So here comes, again, 3 o'clock in the morning, just suggesting a wee bit of snow coming into the southwest of Scotland and northwest of England. What's this one going to do? Yep, it is creating a bit of a snow event for central areas of the country. And as we push the sequence through, it's making more of a deal in the east coast. And actually, it's certainly suggesting that we could get a little bit more snowy, even down to the southeast of England there. Look at that, 6 o'clock on Wednesday. It's suggesting that the snow's turning back to rain, sorry, in the southwest of the country by then. I'm not completely convinced of that yet. We just have to kind of wait to get the details. What I really want to show you, just very, very last thing, is just where we're going next week with this, according to this GFS run. So let's just show you this and quickly run it through. Next week, you can see more and more snow appear on the charts. Keep taking you through next week. It becomes really quite snowy. Okay, so lots of detail there for you. I'm going to firm up on the details, as you would appreciate. But at the moment, it looks like some rain's pushing in from the southwest early Wednesday morning, and as it bumps into the cold air that's going to become established on Tuesday, it may turn to snow, first of all in the southwest of Scotland, possibly the northwest of England, and that front really stalls. It struggles to get east, and then the cold air undercuts. So more of that precipitation is going to fall as snow as it moves into central Scotland. It may be quite snowy for the northeast and the east of England. It may even be a little bit snowy for the southeast of England, as the whole system takes about 48 hours to slowly get from west to east, stalling. We could have a few wintry surprises, so keep tuned in, and of course check out the Met Office for any weather warnings. There's one today for snow, but there's nothing yet for Wednesday, Thursday, so they'll be keeping a good eye on that for us. But I thought I'd give you an early heads up on snow this week, and particularly something more brutally cold. Last week we had the upper air temperatures about a mile in the air up at -10. That's why we struggled to get above 0 on the ground. Next week, that GFS model that I showed you has actually got the -15 isotherm coming into the country. So potentially at the end of next week, it could be 5 degrees colder than it even was last week, when we struggled to get above 0 and we hit negative digit numbers on many, many nights. So just giving you a wee heads up that, yep, we might get some snow in the next few days, but there's definitely potential for something a little bit more severe and possibly sustained as we go through it next week. Whatever you're doing, have a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.